Alright, so in our first tutorial, the first thing I want to show you is a program called LastPass, and it's lastpass.com. And what this is a database for all your usernames and passwords. So by the end of this entire process, you're probably going to have 20 different usernames and 20 different passwords, and you don't want to write them all down on a piece of paper and have to look back and forth between your computer and that paper to know exactly what your usernames and your passwords are for each one of your sites. So what I want you to do is come to LastPass and download this to your computer, and it's going to work for a Windows or an Apple, any of your browsers. It's also going to work on your phones as well, to where you're not going to have to remember usernames and passwords ever again. And it's also super safe. You can come through and you can read about their privacy policy, the security. It's very highly rated. You got Forbes over here and CNET, just 5-star rated. It's a very safe way to store all your usernames and passwords. And the way that this works is if I come over here, you can see this little icon, and it's going to be light gray right now, which lets me know that I'm not signed into LastPass. So let's say if I'm sharing this computer with somebody and then they come to my Gmail, or they come to my Facebook, or to one of my WordPress blogs, they just can't get into my sites. But let's say if I come back over here and I log in with my password, click log in, well, now that light gray turned into a dark gray, which lets me know that I'm signed in. So let's say if I come back to my Gmail, you can see how there's going to be an autofill right there, and these little red icons right here let me know that I'm logged in. And let's say if I go to my Facebook, you can see how there's an email and password autofill as well, and all I have to do is click log in. Well, let's say if I come over to one of my sites and I'm not logged in, and I type in my username and password and I click log in, you're going to see how this very top bar right here is going to show up, and it says save site never or not now, and I can always close that out. But let's say if I go to save site, and it's going to take me to where I'm going to save things into LastPass. So let's say if I want to rename it, let's call it Profitable Car Site, no.com. The username right here is shown, my password is hidden. I can always come over here and click shown. And then I can also separate this by groups. So I have a personal and I have a business. This is going to be a business group, and I'm going to click save, and that's now going to be in my vault. And let's say if I come in here and I go to log out, you can see how that's auto-filled in as well. And then I can always come over here, and this is going to show me where I can log in, I can log out, and it's also going to show me all my recent sites, my matching sites, and it's also going to show me my vault. So this is where I'm going to manage everything. If I click on vault, these are all the different sites right here that I have a username and password. And if I want to come in here, I can always go to edit, share, or I can delete it. There's all my personal ones down there at the bottom and all my business ones there at the top. So let's come back in here, and I'm going to log out. And then let's come back and refresh Gmail. Let's go ahead and refresh that as well. And that's how LastPass works. So I want you to download that to your computer, start saving all your usernames and passwords in there, and that's going to get you prepared to build your own website.